Hello, very good morning guys. So this is the second session and this is the second chapter, which is projectile motion, and we will solve really good decent amount of questions, okay, on projectile motion, correct? Yes, so few of the questions, they are based on inclined plane. So when those type of questions will come, I will separately give you the concept, okay, and we can solve them, correct? Yes, so our first question is this. Just checking whether connections are fine or not. Yes, they are. Am I audible? So, correct. Okay. So our first question is this. That is, a body is projected at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. So body is something like this. It is projected with 60 degree with horizontal. Let's say this velocity is u, okay, such that the vertical component of the initial velocity is 40 meter per second, okay. So vertical component is 40, that means u sine 60 degree is 40, okay. So from here we can say the value of u will be how much? 80 upon root 3 meter per second, correct? Okay. Similarly, we can calculate ux. That will be u cos 60, yes or no? Correct. So it will be 80 by root 3 into 1 by 2, correct? So that will be 40 upon root 3. Okay. Now let's see what questioner is saying. The magnitude of the velocity of the projectile motion at 1/4 of its time of flight is nearly. Okay. So firstly, let's calculate time of flight. Time of flight, as we all know, that is 2 uy by g, correct? Okay. So what is uy over here? It is 40, and what is g? It is 10. So 8 seconds. But they are not asking the time of flight. They are asking what will be the magnitude of velocity or speed at quarter of the time of flight, okay. So if time of flight is 8 seconds, then time of flight by 4, it will be 2 seconds, okay, correct. So basically we know ux will remain same. Only thing that will change is uy, right? So we can calculate what is the value of Vy after 2 seconds, correct? So we can write Vy equals to Uy plus Ay into T, correct? So Vy we have to calculate. Uy, it is 40, Ay is negative 10. Why negative 10? Because 40 is Uy and G is downwards, right? Correct. So the vectors are opposite to each other. That's why we have used the sign minus I. So Vy, it will be, we have to calculate it in 2 seconds. So that's why this. So Vy comes out to be 20 meter per second. Okay. Vy is 20 meter per second. Ux is 40 upon root 3. So we can say, if this is the projectile motion, okay, so somewhere over here, this velocity Vy, it is 20 meter per second, and this ux, it is 40 by root 3 meter per second. So we have to calculate the speed from here. So we can say this, that speed, it will be under root Vy square plus ux square, and easily we can calculate it. Yes or no? Correct. 20 ka square plus 40 by root 3 ka square. Okay. So let's quickly calculate it. How much that will be? 400 plus 1600 upon 3. Yes, correct. So it will be around 1200 2800 upon 3, which is very near to 2700. Okay, which is, can we see the options? Okay, and from there we can have some logical guess. No, the options are very close to each other. So if we calculate it, okay, if we calculate it, because to save time, it turns out to be very close to 30 meter per second or this thing. Okay, correct. So correct answer over here, it will be Calcutta. Okay, so right answer over here is Calcutta. Chaliye, now okay, we are moving to second question. A wheel has a speed of 1200 revolutions per minute. So that is RPM. So how to convert it into SI unit, which is radian per second? So can we write it that omega, it will be 1200 into 2 pi by 60 radian per second. Are yes or no? Correct. So it will be khach 40 pi, right? 40 pi radian per second. ठीक है, चलिए, and is made to slow down at a rate of 4 radian per second square. So over here alpha is minus because it is slowing down the wheel. Okay, number of revolutions it make before coming to rest. ठीक है, चलिए, so can we use this? Omega square equals to omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. ठीक है, finally it is 0. Initially it is 40 pi का square minus 2 into 4 into theta. Correct? Okay. So answer over here, it will be negative 1600 pi square upon negative 8. Correct? So this will become plus plus. Correct? Okay. So it will be how much? 200 pi square is theta. Correct? We have to calculate the number of revolutions. Correct? Okay. So we have to divide this entire thing with pi, 2n pi, right? Correct? Okay. So if we are dividing this entire thing with 2n pi, number of revolutions equals to theta upon 2 pi. Okay, so that will be 200 pi square upon 2 pi, so 100 pi. Okay, we can put the value of pi as 3.14, so answer should be 314. So I am going towards Calcutta. ठीक है, चलिए, next question is this: the horizontal and the vertical displacements of a projectile at a time t are this and this. Initial velocity of the projectile motion is. Okay, very easy question. So we can calculate Vx, that is 36 only. We can calculate Vy at any time, it is 48 minus 9.80. Okay, correct. So initial velocity means at t equals to 0. Okay, so if we are putting this as 0, Vy will become Uy, so it will be 48 meter per second. Correct. Vx will remain same only, that is 36 meter per second. So the initial velocity or the initial speed of the projectile, it will look something like this. Okay, 36 over here and 48 over here. So basically this is what we want to calculate, 48 square plus 36 square. Now whatever is the answer, that is correct. Okay, so let's do it quickly. So it comes out to be under root 3600, which is clearly 60 meter per second. Okay, so correct answer over here is Delhi. Okay guys, let me see if we are able to see the full screen or not. Yes, we are able to see. Okay, chaliye. Now coming towards the next question. Okay, so this is the question on inclined plane. So is it okay if we can do all rest of the questions and then we can solve the rest of the inclined questions? Okay, so do not worry about it. Okay, we will solve all inclined questions all at once I will teach you the little theory. Firstly, let's do all of the questions which are related to the parabolic motion, right, in 2D, non-inclined wala. Aye. Chaliye. Question number 5th. A fighter plane flying horizontally with a speed of 360 kilometer per hour. So velocity over here in x direction, it is 100 meter per second. Okay. At an altitude of 500 meter drops a bomb. So basically, correct, if this is a plane, correct, if this is a bomb, its velocity is 100 meter per second. Okay, and the height of this building over here, it is how much? 500 meter. अरे बोलो भाई, it is 500 meter. ठीक है. Now drops a bomb for a target straight ahead of it on the ground. The bomb should be dropped at what approximate distance ahead of the target? Okay, so basically they are asking us to calculate range, है ना? So they are asking us to calculate what is range. ठीक है? So range, we all know that it is nothing but ux into time of flight, correct? So what is ux? It is 100, and what is time of flight? It is 2h upon g, correct? When we when we throw any projectile in the horizontal direction, then after how much time it hits the ground, it is under root 2h by g, correct? Okay, so 100 into 2 into 500 divided by 10. So it's a very good number, correct? So it will be 1000 meters, correct? Yes, so answer over here, it is Agra. Chaliye. Okay, now next question. The horizontal and the vertical displacements x and y of a projectile at a given time t are this and this. The range of the projectile in meter is. ठीक है, no issues. Okay, so we can calculate ux, that is 6, which will be vx at any point, correct? Now we can also calculate what vy at any point, that will be 8 minus 10t. Okay, so from here what will be uy, the initial velocity when we put the t as 0, so it is 8 meter per second, correct? So basically diagram is something like this. This is uy, which is 8 meter per second, and this is ux, which is 6 meter per second. Okay, correct. So the range of the projectile, we know that what is the range of the projectile? It is nothing but ux into time of flight. Okay, ux, what is the time of flight? 2uy upon g, correct? So it will be 6 into 2 into 8 by over here they have not mentioned whether we should take GS 9.8, 9.8 or 10. Let's take it 10 and let's see what will happen. Okay. So over here it will be how much? 86, 48, 96. So it will come out as 9.6 meter. Correct? Okay. So I have taken GS 9.6, GS 10, and answer is coming out as 9.6. Okay, that is the range. Done, guys? Okay. Chaliye. We can read the question. A stone is thrown at 25 meter per second at 53 degree above the horizontal. Okay. At what time its velocity is at 45 degree below the horizontal. Okay. So question is this: if this is 25 meter per second, the initial velocity, and this is 53 degree, okay. So during projectile, okay, over here, after how much time it will be this, okay. So they are asking us to calculate till here what is the, okay, correct. So few things that we can calculate right now, that is, what is this velocity in x direction? It will be 25 cos 53 degree, which is 25 into 3 by 5, which is आपका 15 meter per second, correct? Okay, so we can say if velocity over here is v, okay, so ux equals to vx, correct? Ux equals to vx, so 15 equals to v cos 45. So from here v is coming out as 15 root 2 meter per second, right? Okay, so if velocity is 15 root 2 meter per second, then it means very clearly that this will be Vx, which will be 15, okay, and this will be Vy. If we can calculate it, it will be V sine 45 degree, which will come out as 15 meter per second, okay, correct. So initially what was the velocity in y direction, okay, so that is uy, which will be u sine 53, which will be 25 into 4 by 5, so 20 meter per second, correct? Okay, chaliye. So now initial velocity is in y direction is 20 meter per second. The final velocity in y direction is negative 15 meter per second. Okay, from there we can calculate time, right? Similar type of question we have done in our class as well, right? So Vy equals to Uy plus Ay into t. Vy is negative 15. Why negative 15? Because it is coming down. Uy it is 20, I think, yes, okay, minus 10 into t. So just solve this and we will get the answer, right? So answer is coming out as t equals to 3.5 seconds. So so basically there is little misprint over here. It should be 3.5, है ना? ठीक. So correct answer over here is Calcutta. ठीक है? चलिए. Done, guys? Okay. Now question number 8. A real force F acting on a particle of mass m performing circular motion acts along the radius of circle r is directed towards the center of circle. That's great. The square root of magnitude of such force is ठीक ठीक, no worries. So whenever time period is involved in the circular motion, we should write centrifugal force as mr omega square instead of mv square by r, correct? Okay, so if this is the case, this is force, okay, and over here it should be m r omega square, okay. Over here we are assuming that it is rotating in the radius r, okay. So they are asking us, what they are asking actually, the square root of magnitude of such force, okay, root f they want. So f equals to mr omega square, okay. We can convert it into time period by writing 2 pi by t का square. So f will be m r 4 pi square t square, okay, correct, ठीक है. So if we are taking the root of this force, it will be root 2 pi will come out, t will come out, it will be something like this, okay. So correct answer over here, it should be Agra, correct, okay. Are all these colors visible? Okay, let me check. Yeah, they are little visible, but I should avoid yellow color. Okay, chaliye. Okay. Now, question number 9. A man standing on a road has to hold his umbrella. This is relative motion in 2D. Okay, we will do it little later. Yes. Okay. Acha. It is already blurred, right? That is 45. This is 45 degree. This guy is A. This length I believe is L. This is L plus 1. Okay. So question number 10 is saying this, that a projectile is launched at t equals to 0 from point A, okay, which is at a height 1 meter above the ground floor with speed v and an angle theta, okay. So basically this speed over here is v, should avoid yellow, this is v, and this guy over here, it is 1 meter, it is 1 meter, ठीक है, correct, okay, चलेगा. It passes through a hoop placed at point B, which is 1 meter. Acha, okay, okay. So basically, so yes. In reality, I think, let me check the question. Is this correct or not? I think it is not 1, it is L. Okay, it is L. Yeah, ठीक है. Let's see. And they are asking us to calculate L. Then it will make sense, because this height they are saying it as 1 meter. ठीक है, correct. And this height over here is L. ठीक है, okay. Okay, it passes through a hoop B, which is 1 meter above A and B. A, okay, and B is the highest point of the trajectory. ठीक है. The horizontal distance between A and B is D. We can clearly see this. This is D. Okay, the projectile then falls into a basket, hitting the floor at C at a horizontal distance 3D from A. ठीक है. So this distance over here is 3D. Okay, find the value of L. That is what they are asking, correct? Okay, so yes, this was L, otherwise there is no meaning, right? If it was 1 meter, then what are we calculating? ठीक है, चलिए. So I, firstly we can write what is the velocity. It is v meter per second. ठीक है, it is v meter per second. Should not play with that diagram. I can make it on a new page. So basically this is V. It is at 45 degree. So it will be Ux, which will be V by root 2, and similarly it will be Uy, which will be V by root 2, correct? Okay. Now they are saying that the highest point from here, it is this 1 meter, correct? This is point A, this is point B, and this length is L, correct? Okay, and during that time, what is the distance between A and B? It is T. Okay, correct. So we can say the R by 2, because it is the this thing, R by 2 is D from here to here, and we can calculate R by 2. So x equals to ux into time. Okay, x over here is R by 2, ux is V by root 2, and how much time will it take? It will take the half of time of flight. No, we should not consider this. If it was till here, then we should consider it. Okay, yeah, we cannot consider it. From here to here, we can say this, that Vy equals to Uy plus Ay into T. Vy will become 0 at V. Uy is V by root 2, and Ay, it is 10 into T, correct? So T, it is coming out as how much, bachcha? V upon 20 root 2, correct? Okay. Now during this V, we should not also claim it as R by 2, because it will be misleading. We can only say in this time the guy has traveled distance D, right, from here to here. Okay, so we can say this in x direction, x equals to ux into t. X, how much you are traveling? D. What is your ux? It is V by root 2, and in how much time are you doing that? You are doing it in V upon 20 root 2, correct? So D over here, it is V square upon 40. Okay, correct? Yes. Now we know this. ठीक है. Okay. Finally, if we want to calculate the total time of flight that we know, it will be uy plus under root uy square plus 2gh upon g, correct, right? So uy, it is v by root 2 plus uy square, it will be v square upon 2 plus 2gl, right, divided by g. So that is the entire time of flight, correct? Okay. And and we can say the range over here, it will become when t will become time of flight. Yes. Okay. So it is 3d, ux is v by root 2, and time of flight is this very weird number. Okay. v by root 2 plus under root v square by 2 plus 2gl divided by g. ठीक है. आइए, and from here we can eliminate d, okay, by writing d as v square upon 40, and we will have a little nice number over here, correct? Or we can also do that, we can eliminate v, but let's eliminate d. Okay, we can write d as v square upon 40. Okay, correct guys? So let's solve this. 3v square upon 40, it will be v square upon 2 plus v root 2, if I can take it inside. Okay, do not take it inside, it's a very weird number. Okay, let's multiply with g over here, so this will make things very little easier. V by root 2 and v square by 2 plus 2gl. Okay, now do what? Take g as 10, and it will cancel out as 4. So 3v square by 4 equals to v square by 2, and so on. Okay, so it will come over here, it will be v square by 4 equals to, we can solve it, that is v by root 2 into v square by 2 plus 2gl. Okay, square it both of the sides, so v to the power 4 16 equals to v square by 2, and inside it will be v square by 2 plus 2gl, correct? So at least we can cancel out few things, so that is 8 khach khach, that is v square. Okay, so v square by 8 equals to v square by 2 plus 2gl, ठीक है, and okay, so it will become how come it is coming as negative? L is coming as negative. Okay, Hmm. Did we make some mistake? Can we do it one more time? Okay. Let's do it one more time. We are doing the component v by root 2, v by root 2, and this distance over here we know for sure as 1 meter, correct? This is point A, this is point B. So from point A to B, and this distance over here is D, right? This is what we know. Okay, this is what we know. Okay, we can say this that uh, when it is reaching D, it is at the highest point. So let's calculate time from here. So between A and B, we can write Vy equals to Uy plus A by into T. Final velocity becoming 0, that is V by root 2 minus 10 into T. Okay, so from here T is coming out as V upon 20 root 2. Okay, in the same time, okay, this distance that you are covering is 1 meter, right? Okay, so at least you can write over here H max is Uy square by 2g. Okay, so we can get 1 equals to v square by 2 into 2g. So v square you are getting it as 4g. Okay, so v is nothing but under root 4g or under root 40 meter per second. Okay, this little making question easier. Yes. Okay, now we can clearly calculate d. D is ux into t. Ux is v by root 2 into t, which is v upon 20 root 2. So it is v square upon 40. Okay, v square is 40, so correct. I hope you are making no mistake this time. V by root 2 t. Okay, t is coming out as this. Acha, t is coming out as 10 root 2, correct? T is coming out as 10 root 2, v is this, so we should write t as 10 root 2. Okay, and so over here it will be 20. Okay, so v square is 40, this is 20, so d will come out as 2 meter. So this will uh, at least make our life little easier. Yes, thank God we have got the value of d. After that, we know what is the entire time of flight. It is nothing but Vy or Uy plus under root Uy square plus 2gh upon g. Over here Uy is V upon root 2 V is this. So it is root 20, correct? Yes. Okay, so time of flight, it is root 20. Time of flight, it is root 20 plus, that is 20 plus 2 into 10 into L divided by 10. So very weird answer this is. Okay. So root 20 can be written as 4 into 5. So 2 root 5 plus okay. Can we take out 4 from here? Yes. 2. So over here it will be root 5 plus 20. So correct, 5L upon 10. So at least we can write like this, 5 plus root 5 plus 5 upon this. This is time of flight. Okay. Now we can calculate range. Range is ux into time of flight, v by root 2 into this, v by root 2, it is root 20 into this weird number, root 5 plus root 5 plus 5L. This will be 5 only because we have cut it down. Okay, chaliye. And R, it is 3D. Okay, and the value of D, it is coming out as 2, so it is 6. From by solving this, I think we should get our answer. Okay, so it will be 6 into 5, 30. It is root 20, and this, okay, let's solve it here. So square it, it will become 900, which is 20 into square of this. Are you kidding me? Bhai sahab. Okay. Root 20, so that at least it will become 10 plus 20 when it will go over here. Saw plus saw L, ठीक है. 5 we have already made it over here. So 20 equals to square it, 400 equals to 100 plus 100L, 300 equals to 100L. So L will come out as 3 meter. I hate this question. Values are so luck. What to do? What to do? Answer is correct, which is L equals to 3 meter, but lot of calculation, है ना? ठीक. But we cannot do anything about it. Okay, चलिए. So the answer for this guy, L will be 3 meter. Okay, चलिए. Okay. A projectile is thrown with an initial velocity v, ai plus bj. If the range of the projectile is double the maximum height reached by it, then we are missing few of the options over here. So I can write down reached by it, then question is, then ratio of, then ratio of B is to A. That is what we have to calculate. It is kind of a numerical question. Just give me a sec. Okay. So we know this velocity is A, this velocity is B. Okay. Time of flight, it will be 2 uy by g, that means 2 into d by g. Okay. Range, it will be ux into time of flight, so that is a into 2b by g, that is range. Okay. What is h max? H max is uy square upon 2g. So what is uy square? That is b square upon 2g. Okay. Now what relation they have given? They have seen that the range of the projectile is double the maximum height. So basically they are saying r is twice the h max. Okay. So 2ab by g equals to twice b square upon 2g. खत्म. ठीक है. 2 cancelling out, b cancelling out. So carefully we have to write down everything. 2a is this. ठीक है. So b by a is coming out as 2. ठीक है. So answer for b by a, it will be 2. Okay. चलिए. Okay, this is a question of incline. We can do it later. Question number 13. Object of 2m is projected with a speed this at an angle this. This angle is nothing but 37 degree, right? I should avoid yellow color. Okay, this is what they are saying. Okay, and the mass of this guy, it is 2m. Okay, okay. At the highest point, the object breaks into two pieces of same mass m, and the first one comes to rest. So over here, it immediately comes to rest, and this guy, they want to say something. Okay. At the highest point, the break into two and comes to the distance between the point of projection and the point of landing of the bigger piece. Okay. So what will happen? We will conserve the momentum. Yes. Okay. So in x direction, what will be velocity? It will be u x, that will be 100 cos 37, which is 100 into 4 by 5, which is 80 meter per second. Okay. Chaliye. So this velocity will still be there just before exploding. So we can write pi equals to pf. Okay. Just before explosion at the highest point, we can write 2m ux equals to m into 0 plus m into v. Correct. So from here v is coming out as 2ux. Correct. Which is 2 into 80, which is 160 meter per second. Okay. That is the velocity of this guy v. है ना? ठीक है. After that, the distance between the point of projection and this. Okay. We can calculate h max from here. H max, that will be uy square upon 2g. So we have to calculate uy, which will come out as 60 meter per second. So while calculating uy square upon 2g, so 3600 36 180 meter, correct? So this h max, which is uy square upon 2g, that will be 60 square upon 20, so 3600 upon 20, so it is 180 meter, correct? That's how we are getting the value of h max. Okay. After that, this is nothing but a tower problem, correct? Or we can do this on next page, okay, so that you will be able to see it clearly. So this is nothing but tower problem whose height over here is 180 meter and velocity over here is 160 meter. Okay. So from here, this range, it will be ux into time of flight. So ux is 160 meter per second into time of flight, which is 2h by g. So it will come out as 2 into 180 upon 10. Thank you. So over here it will be 6 only, so 160 into 6. Okay, so 0 960 meter. But remember, it was also projected from this point, right? It was projected from this point, and that's how it was there. So what is this r prime? It will be ux into time of flight prime prime. Ux, it was 80, and time of flight it will be r prime by 2. Okay, so that will be time of flight prime by 2. Oh lord. So x equals to 80 into just uy by g, 60 upon 10, so 8 6 are 48, so 480 meter. Okay, so this is x, that is r. So total distance it will be x plus, let's say, this r. Okay, so it will come out as 480 plus 960, so 0 4 1 1 4 0 0 meter. Okay, correct. Okay, now question number 14th about this project. This is actually T1 and T2, huh? So this is T1, this is T2. A body is projected vertically up at t equals 0. It is seen at a height h at instants T1 and T2 during its flight. The maximum height attained by the projectile is, okay, ठीक है. Okay, basically it is the question from motion in 1D, because it is projecting, we are projecting it upwards. So let's say we are projecting at with initial speed u. Okay, so let's say at some time, this is h, so at some time t1 you are at h, and at some time t2 again you are at h. Okay, so they want us to calculate the value of h max. Okay, so can we say this, that here to here, this green time, it is t2 minus t1? Yes. Okay, and when it is being projected with value u, it will reach at this distance, so this time it will be t1 plus t2 minus t1 by 2, if you can see this, correct? Okay, yes, ठीक है, so it will be t1 plus t2 by 2 minus t1 by 2, so it is t1 plus t2 by 2, that is t. ठीक है, so maximum height attained by it, so basically how much time you are taking to go up, you will also take the same time to come down, right? So we are using this thing, that is from here to here, the time will exactly be t only, correct? And this is h max that we want to calculate. Okay, so h max we can write it as ut, u is 0 over here, 0 plus half g t square, right? So half into g into t square, what is t? This weird value, t1 plus t2 by 2 ka square by 2, so that will become 4. So answer will be g t1 plus t2 ka square upon 8. Do we have options? Yes. Answer will be Calcutta. Okay, yes. चलिए, let me check whether I am audible or not. Yes, I am perfectly audible, and it's working. ठीक है. A particle at height h from the ground is projected ठीक. this height is h at an angle from the horizontal. Okay, it is being projected like this, let's say with value u at 30 degree. Okay, it strikes the ground making an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. So it is going like this. So 45 degree with the horizontal, it means that Vy and Vx, they will be same, correct? Okay, Vx cannot change. So let's quickly calculate what was Vx, and it is u cos 30, which is root 3 u by 2. Okay, so this ux cannot change. Vx will be equals to ux only, and that will be root 3 u by 2. Okay, so Vy will also come out as root 3 by this thing. Okay, chaliye. So this is the information that is there in question 1. Okay, ठीक है. From here, can we calculate something? Time of flight relation can be given over here. One more thing we can calculate, that is, what is this initial velocity, hai na? If we are able to calculate that, that would be a big win for us. So that is uy, which is u sine 30, that is u by 2. Okay, correct. So we can write in y direction, Vy square equals to uy square plus 2gh. ठीक है, so Vy square, it will be root 3 by 2 u का square, uy it will be u by 2 का square plus 2 into g into h. So from here we can have some relation between u and h. ठीक है, so 3 u square by 4 equals to u square by 4 plus 2gh. So it will be u square by 2, because when it will come over here, okay, and divide it with this, so u square is coming out as 4gh. Okay, so this is some value that we can remember. Okay, now questioner is saying it is again projected from the same point with the same speed, but with the angle 60 degree with the ground. Okay, find the angle it makes with the horizontal this time. No issues. So let's do it in the another page. Just remember the value of u square is 4gh. So again, this is h, this is u only, it is 60 degree. So uy will be u cos 60 or u by 2. What I'm saying, brain not braining, u sine 60, which is root 3 by 2 u, and over here it will be ux, which is u cos 60, and that will be u by 2. Okay, correct. So projectile will happen somewhat like this. Okay, so Vx will be ux only, which is u by 2, and this guy, if we can calculate it, so it will be best for us, right? Okay, so we can write Vy square equals to uy square plus 2gh. So Vy square equals to uy square, which is root 3 by 2 का square 3 by 4 u square plus 2gh. So Vy square is coming out as, we know the value of u square, which is 4gh, correct? So khach khach, it is coming out as 5gh. Okay, so Vy is under root 5gh, and it is u by 2, but we can write it as 4gh by 2, so it is just gh, correct? So we know the value of Vx, we know the value of Vy. So they are asking angle from where? They are asking with the horizontal, with the horizontal. So if this is theta, can we write tan theta equals to Vy upon Vx? Okay, so it is under root 5gh upon root gh, so that is root 5, right? So theta will be tan inverse root 5. Okay, do we have any option like that? Yes, that is Calcutta. ठीक है. Question number 16th. A body projected from the top of a tower with velocity this, okay, I being the east, north, and k is vertically upwards. If the height of the tower is 30, then the horizontal range will be, okay. So this is clearly the question in 3D. Okay, let's visualize it, then only we will be able to do it. Do you know this, that east, west, north, south, they are in the horizontal plane, right? They are in the horizontal plane, and so they are, north is not up, right? They are in the horizontal plane. If this is east, west, north, south, correct? Okay, so I would do my best, I will try my best to make the 3D diagram. Okay, so it is saying 3 over here, and let's say 4 over here. Let's consider it as east, this as north, and this is vertical. Okay, so magnitude of them, because they are at 90 degree, correct? Because they are at 90 degree, so magnitude of it is 5, and in vertical direction you are also throwing the guy with 5. Yes, okay. So basically your VNet, original VNet, the VNet final, it will be 5 root 2, right? At what angle? 45 degree, okay, from the tower. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, height of the tower is 30 degree, then the horizontal range is what? Okay, now we can attempt the question. So questioner is saying this, think like this, okay, this is 5 and this is 5, okay, correct? This is uy, this is ux, okay. So range is nothing but ux into time of flight. It is 5 into what is time of flight? Uy plus under root uy square plus 2gh upon g, okay. So 5 into 5 plus under root 25 plus 20 into 30. Thank God that is coming out as a very good number. right? I didn't expect that, but that is 600, 625, that is 25, 25 and 5, that is 30, 30 upon this, so this is 3, so answer should be 15 meters, okay? So answer over here should be 15 meters, okay. Question number 17. A body of mass m thrown up vertically with velocity v1 reaches a maximum height h1 in t1 seconds. Okay. Another body of mass 2m is projected with v2 at an angle theta. Okay. The second body reaches the height h2 in t2 seconds. Okay. If t1 equals to t2, then h1 equals to h2 is okay. So basically we have to write down, we cannot guess anything over here. So in first case, they are saying that you are projecting this with v1. So if this is h1 and you are kind of achieving it in time t. So from here to here, this t equals to t1. Okay? Okay, so we can clearly write that h1 equals to v1 square upon 2g, correct? Okay, that is first thing. And we can also write that t1 is nothing but under root 2h1 by g, correct? This is what we can write, no issues. So after that, let's go to projectile motion. Now there is one guy of mass 2m, it doesn't matter with 2m, okay, with a velocity v2 at an angle theta, okay, case 2, v2 at an angle theta, okay. It achieves kind of a height h2 in time t2, okay. So let's also calculate h2. It will be v2 sine theta, that is uy, and ux, it will be v2 cos theta, correct? Okay. This height, this time t, that is t2, it will be uy by g, that is v2 sine theta upon g, correct? Because if it was a full thing, then it is 2uy by g, but if it is half thing, then clearly uy by g only, right? Okay. Now h2 h2 h2, it can be written as uy square upon 2g, so that is v square sine square theta upon 2g, that is h2. And what relation can be formed from here? Okay, so we can write h2 equals to v sine theta upon 2g, so we can write half gt square, right? Because it will also take h2 equals to half g t2 square, right? Okay, So that is this. Cool. And now questionnaire is saying T1 equals to 2T2. T1. So from here, the value of T2, it will be 2H2 by G under root. Okay, correct. So questionnaire is saying T1 equals to 2T2. So T1 is under root 2H1 by G, and it is 2 into 2H2 by G, GG 2 square it, H1 equals to 4H2, and they are asking H1 upon H2. It will come out as 4. Okay, so answer over here should be Bombay. A man running at a speed of 5 kilometers. So it is again a Rain Man problem. So we will deal it later. Okay. Question number 19th. A small object is thrown at an angle 45 degree to the horizontal with an initial velocity v0. Okay. The velocity is averaged for first root 2 seconds. Okay, and the magnitude of the average velocity comes out to be same as that of initial velocity v0. The magnitude of v0 will be okay. A small object is thrown at an angle with the horizontal with an initial velocity v0. Okay. The velocity is average in first root 2 seconds. Okay, so can we calculate this? It will be v0 by root 2. It will be v0 by root 2. Okay, so if this is 0 comma 0, okay, can we calculate after root 2 seconds where that guy will be? Okay, so x, it is ux into t, so that is v by root 2 into root 2, so x will be v. Similarly, we can calculate y, which is uyt minus half gt square. Okay, so y will be v by root 2 into root 2 minus half into g, which they are claiming as 10, into root 2 ka square, that is 2 khach khach. So answer is coming out as v minus 10. Okay, so these are the coordinates. Okay, after 2 seconds, root 2 seconds, so the coordinates are v comma v minus 10. Okay, correct. Now they are saying the magnitude of the average velocity comes out same as this. So this is displacement, that is s. Okay, so s is coming out as under root v square by using distance formula v minus 10 ka square. Okay, ठीक है, upon t, which is root 2, that is v average. Okay, so can we write v average equals to v naught or v only, I'm just writing as v only, equals to under root v square plus a square plus b square minus 2ab, okay, upon root 2. If we can do this, so and square it, it will become 2v square equals to 2v square minus 20v plus 100. ठीक है, correct. So clearly 2v square they will get cancelled out. Oh, is it a beautiful value? So v is coming out as 5 meter per second. So answer over here, it will be Delhi, right? चलिए, question number 20th, it is inclined thing. Okay, yes, we will deal it with later. Question number 21st. ठीक, the equation of trajectory of a projectile is this. The velocity of the projection of the projectile is, so it's very easy question, right? Y is x by root 3 minus x square upon 60. So they are saying the velocity of projection is, they are basically asking you, we can compare it with y equals to x tan theta minus g x square upon 2 u square cos square theta. Okay, so if we can compare it, after comparing them, after comparing them after comparing them, can we write tan theta as root 3, so theta is 60 degree. Okay, but second thing we can also do that, ki 1 upon 60 or y1 upon 60, let's write 60 only. 60 can be written as 2 u square cos square theta upon g, right? Look carefully, we can write 60 as 2 u square cos square theta upon g, right? G is 10, so 600 equals to 2 into u square cos square theta, because cos theta is 60 degree, so cos square theta it will be 1 by 4, because cos 60 is 1 by 2. Okay, so from here what we are getting, to 1200 is u square, so value of u, it will be 20 root 3, correct, right? Yes. So the velocity of the projection is, did we make mistake somewhere? Okay, okay, tan theta is not root 3, it is 1 upon root 3. Okay, so we have to cancel it. Tan theta, it is 1 upon root 3, so theta is 30 degree. Okay, so at least we can clear this. Okay, let's cancel it. Let's write it over here. 60 into tan equals to 2 u square into cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2, so square of it, it will be 3 by 4, correct? So that is this 600 1200 बटे 3, it will be 400 and u will be 20 meter per second. So answer over here, it should be that. ठीक है, चलिए question number 22, it is of incline, let's deal it later. Question number 23, ball of this particular thing is thrown from height at an initial velocity at an horizontal. The modulus of momentum increment during the total time of motion is, ठीक है. Height is 1 meter. height is 1 meter, and it is being projected with root 10 meter per second with angle 45. So quickly let's calculate the value of ux and uy. So ux, it will be this value into cos 45 1 upon root 2. So it will be just root 5, and this will be also root 5. Correct? Okay. Assuming G as 10, then modulus of the momentum increment during the total time of motion. Okay. So let's assume the motion is somewhat like this. Okay. So basically this will remain same. Vx will remain same as ux, which is root 5 meter per second. And this velocity v, it will be under root uy square plus 2gh. Okay, so uy square, it will be 5 plus 2 into 10 into 1. Thank God, it is a very good value. This 20 root 25, which will become as 5 meter per second, right? So vy will come out as 5 meter per second. Okay. So we have to calculate the increment in the total momentum. Okay. So it's a vector quantity, we all know that, right? So we have to respect that thing. So increment, it will be pf minus pi. Okay, what is pf? It is, I'm writing mm only, m into vy. If you can see it, pf is in minus 5 j cap plus root 5 I cap minus initial one is m into root 5 j cap plus root 5 I cap. Correct? Yes. So I part, it will get cancelled out, only j part will survive. So m into, both of them are of negative sign, so we can write it as negative 5 plus root 5 j cap. So, and the value of m is 0.2. Okay, so it is 0.2 or 1 by 5. Correct? So we can write it as minus 1 plus 1 upon root 5. Correct? Achha, they have written in a very nice format. Okay, so magnitude of it, it will be just root 5 plus 1 upon root 5. Okay, so answer should be Calcutta. Next question on an inclined plane. Let's do it later. A particle moves along line y equals to 30 with a constant velocity v is parallel to x-axis. At the moment particle A passes the y-axis, a particle B starts from the origin with 0 this thing, the angle between A with the particle collides after some time, then the value of phase. So it's a question of relative motion in 2D. Let's do it later. Again, inclined question. Okay. ठीक है. Two towers A and B, each of height 20 meter, are situated distance 200 meter apart. A body thrown horizontally from the top of a tower A with velocity 20 meter per second towards the tower B hits the ground at point P, and the another body thrown from the tower B hits the with a velocity 30 towards A at a ground. Okay. If a car starting from rest from P reaches Q in 10 seconds, the acceleration of the car is. ठीक है. This is tower A. This is tower B. A body thrown horizontally from the top of a tower of A with 20 meter per second. Okay. Hits the ground at point P. ठीक है. And another body they are throwing at each other at this point Q. ठीक है. And another word is ठीक है. If a car starts from P and Q and the tower distance, yes, I missed that, it is 200 meter, है ना? So clearly if we can calculate this and this, then we can calculate the value between P and Q. Okay, so let's quickly calculate this. That is, let's say x1, which is ux into time of flight. Okay, so ux is 20, time of flight is under root 2h by g, which will be 20 into under root 2h. कितना हाइट है भाई टावर का? 20 meter. Okay, so 2 into 20, h is 20. Okay, so 2 into 20 upon 10. So this thing over here, it will be 40 meter, correct? Okay, similarly we can calculate x2. X2 will be ux into time of flight, that is 30 into, we just calculated the time of flight, that is 2, so it is 60 meter, correct? Okay, so can we say, and let's redraw this diagram one more time. So if this is A, if this is B, this is point P, this is point Q, this distance I think is 40, this distance over here is 60, the entire distance is 200, so this distance over here, it will come out as 100. Okay, now there is this car which is going from P to Q. I think P to Q in 10 seconds the acceleration of car is. Okay, so can we write s equals to ut plus half at square? You are traveling 100, initial velocity of car is 0, acceleration we have to calculate, and it is happening in 10 seconds, so 100, correct? So acceleration is 2 meter per second square of the car, correct? So it is 2 meter per second square, correct? Yes, very easy question. Question number 28. If a stone is to hit at a point which is at a horizontal distance 100 meter away and at a height 50 meter away from the point where the stone starts, then what is the value of initial velocity u if the stone is launched at an angle 45 degree? Okay. this is u, 45 degree, u by root 2, u by root 2, height is 50 meters and range over here it is 100 meters. Okay, ठीक है. Now they are asking what should be the value of u to make this happen. So time of flight, it is uy plus under root uy square plus 2gh upon g. So at least we can write few things. U by root 2 plus u square by 2 plus 2 into 10 into h, which is 50 upon 10. So it is u by root 2 plus कितना हो जाएगा 500 1000. So u square by 2 plus 1000 upon 10. Okay, correct. This is TF. Okay, now range, it is ux into time of flight, which is 100, and ux, it is u by root 2 into u by root 2 plus u square by 2 plus 1000 upon 10. So it will become 1000 equals to u square by 2 plus we have done similar type of question in the morning, right? Very irritating value, but we have to do it. Okay, so correct. Data is very easy, but okay, let's u to the power 4 root 2 will remain root 2. So correct. Take the square. Our life is this only. 10 to the power 3, so it will become 10 power 6 plus u to the power 4 by 4 minus 2000 to u this, so it will be just 1000 u square equals to u to the power 4 plus this upon 4. Let's take the advantage of this. Let's cancel out these things. Thank God, u power 4, u power 4 are cancelling out. So 4 into 10 to the power 6 is 6000 into u square. तो भाई साहब क्या आ जाएगा, खच खच खच, it will be 10 power 3. So 4000 upon 6 is under root is u. तो राइट, कैसा गंदा वैल्यू है ये. 10 into 2, so 20 root 5 upon 3. 20 root 5 by 3, that is u. इनको एकदम ऐसा और अच्छा वैल्यू नहीं मिला. 20
Now कुछ गड़बड़ की, कुछ गड़बड़ की, कुछ तो गड़बड़ की होगी। बस इसको सॉल्व करना है गाइस, एंड फ्रॉम हियर वी कैन गेट इट राइट. So I'm just writing the answer after this because no need to waste time, right? I might have made very silly mistake. तो भाई यहाँ से you can do it. So it is coming out as 20√5 मीटर पर सेकेंड. ठीक है, चलिए. ओके, inclined. Okay, a ball of mass m is moving with speed v along a circular path of radius r. Now the speed is reduced to v by 2 and radius is increased to 3r. For this change, the initial centripetal force needs to be. Okay, ठीक है. So F initial, it is m v square upon r. Let's write it as F only. F final m into v by 2 का square and 3r का square, it will be m v square divided by 4 and 9, 36. Why I'm doing it? Little mistake. F initial, it is mv square by r. F final, it is m into v by 2 का square upon 3r. ठीक है, okay. So it will be mv square upon 12r. Correct? Okay. So that is F final. So for this change, initial centripetal force needs to be, okay, that is final, that is initial. So delta F, it is, let's say, Fi minus Ff. So it will be 11 mv square by r, correct, upon 12. So that is nothing but for this change, initial centripetal force need to be, we should decrease it, okay, increased by 11 by 12 times. It should be decreased by, yeah, increased. So it is D. So we can write 11 mv square upon 12r. So it has 11 ff. Okay, that is the change. Cool. We have to write in terms of fi. If we are trying to write it in terms of fi, Okay, mv square by r. So 11 by 12 fi. So this is the answer. यार खत्म. Okay. 31st, a particle of mass 10 gram moves along this with a constant tangential acceleration if this is 10 per negative. By the end of the second revolution after the beginning of the motion, the magnitude of the tangential acceleration is. ठीक है. Its mass is m, radius is r, and it moves with a constant tangential acceleration, let's say a. ठीक है. If the kinetic energy of it becomes this, correct, by the end of second revolution, so can we say this? V square equals to u square plus 2as. Okay, so initial velocity was 0, so v square equals to 0, 2 into a into what will be the displacement after 2 second revolution? It will be 4 pi r. Correct? Yes. ठीक है. The kinetic energy is given, so let's multiply it with m and divide by 2, m and divide by 2. Okay, so this value, it is given as 8 into 10 to the power negative 4 joules. This will be 8 pi and r into m by 2a. So 4 khaj 2. Let's polish it little bit. So it will be pi into r is 6.4 centimeter. So that is 64 into 10 to the power negative 3 meter, and mass is given as 10 gram. So 10 into 10 power negative 3, so 10 power negative 2. Okay, so from here whatever is the answer, it is correct. Okay, chaliye. Okay, it will be 10 power negative 1, so 32, so 1 upon 32 pi, and that is 10. This is the reality. Okay, so pi can be taken as 3 only. Okay, so roughly answer should be 0.1 meter per second square, right? So a is 0.1 meter per second square. It should be Calcutta. Okay. Okay. This is a question of 2D. Okay. A body of mass m is tied to one of the spring and drilled round in a horizontal circle with a constant angular velocity. The elongation is 1 centimeter. The angular velocity is doubled. The angular elongation in the spring is 6 centimeter. What is the original length of the spring? Wow. Again. So firstly, we can write kx equals to m v square upon L plus x. correct? That is equation 1. Secondly, we can write as it elongation changed to the 6 times, right? So k6x equals to when velocity is doubled, so 2v square upon L plus 6x, correct? That is this. So if we can divide 2 divided by 1, so it will be just 6 equals to 4, because everything will get khach divided by L plus 6x, and over here it will be L plus x. Okay, so now after that we can solve it. It will be 6L plus 36x equals to 4L plus 4x. So 2L here. Did we make some mistake? That is 4. That is correct. Upon L plus 6x. Okay. And L plus x will go like this. Yes. So 6L plus 6x, that is 36. That is also correct. Acha, angular velocity is doubled. I'm so sorry. Angular velocity is doubled. So not just velocity. What is that? Angular velocity. Okay, correct. So let's do it one more time over here. Kx equals to mr omega square. That is equation 1. Equation 2 is k into 6x equals to m into L plus 6x into 2 omega square. That is equation 2. So let's divide 2 by 1. So 6 equals to 4 into L plus 6x, correct? And nothing will be there. Okay, so this will be answer by 1 by 1. So 6 equals to 4L plus 24x. What is the value of exactly? That is what we want to calculate, and x is 1 centimeter. So 6 minus 0.24 equals to 4L. So 5.76 upon 4, it should be L. Correct. So x over here is 1 centimeter. Negative 18. No, something is wrong clearly. Acha, I have missed L plus x. So that is L plus x, correct? So it will be 6L plus 6x equals to 4L plus 24x. So 2L equals to 18x. So L equals to 9x. L equals to 9 centimeter. Correct. So answer should be 9 centimeter. Okay. An archer shoots an arrow from this height above the ground with a speed this, determine the horizontal. So we have done similar questions, guys. Yes. Okay. So is it okay if I can just give you answer for this and we can move on, right? So answer over here is Bombay, correct? Okay. We have done like that. We have the angle of projection. Okay, little new question. So we can write ux equals to 36 and vy, it is, because 2vy, it is 96 minus 19.60. Okay, so at t equals to 0, this is 0. So 2vy equals to 96. So vy, which is uy only, it will be 48 meter per second. So can we write this as uy, this as ux, which is 48, which is 36. Okay. So the angle of projection is, what is this angle of projection? So can we write tan theta equals to 48 upon 36, which is 4 by 3. Okay. So tan theta is 4 by 3. It means theta is 53 degree. If theta is 53 degree, then it will be Agra. Correct? Yes. So similar type of question we have also done, guys. Yes, correct. So I'm also giving you the answer for this. That is this. A ball is horizontally inclined. So this is a inclined type of question. We will do it later. Okay. The angular velocity W of the ball will be the angular velocity W of the ball will be if T is the tension. Okay. So we know this, that it is M L sine theta omega square, which will be, if this is theta, then it is T sine theta, correct? So can we write omega equals to under root T sine theta upon M L sine theta, correct? So omega will be just simply T upon ml. Okay, correct. Okay. We can also write, just let me check whether options are given on this. Correct. So they are designed to ask like this only, है ना? ठीक. So basically we have done, this will be done with equation of trajectory. Correct? Okay. Please do this. And answer for this is del. Finally, two cars are moving with speed this and this, indicated what is the relative speed of A with respect to B. Okay, so just stop one of the car. VA is moving with 120 and VB is moving with 50. Okay, stop one of the car, correct? So this velocity 50 will be given to it this. So magnitude of this, it will be nothing but 50 square plus 120 ka square. Okay, correct. So it will be how much? 130 kilometer per hour. Yes. Okay. Chaliye. So guys, I hope you might have understood a few more things from this, because my target was this, to finish this entire thing in 2 hours. So the only thing that is remaining from here is relative motion in 2D, which is Riemann problem and something like that, and motion on inclined plane. So I think that I should keep that thing separately, otherwise I will elongate it to some more time. So yes, correct. Okay, so that's why I have kept this session for only 2 hours. Okay, for purely projectile motion, no motion in 2D, no incline motion. Okay, chaliye. So guys, keep practicing it. Okay, I will also share this PDF with you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.